4Gs, 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 let's go. 4Gs, 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 look. Full syndication, full elevation, all generations, we already made it. 4Gs, 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 yeah. 4Gs, 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 let's go. 4Gs, 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 look. Full syndication, full elevation, all generations, we already made it. Yeah, we already made it. Yeah, we already made it. Full syndication, full elevation, all generations, we already made it. We got Shot, Dot, Malcolm, Chris the King, plus the Doc. You know that's like 4G. Sports Mind. Real world, real problems, real news, real sports. We gon' let you know right here on 4Gs, 4Gs.
Welcome to another episode for 4G Sports Podcast. All right. First, before we do anything else, I'd like to thank the viewers and subscribers. We have 109 subscribers with almost 11,000 views on all episodes. Just want to thank everyone that's subscribed and thank you very, very much. So now let's get the show started. I'm the OG.
I'm the King.
You got the Doc.
And just for those that's wondering, the Don has stepped away from the show and will check in on us from time to time. We would miss our brother, and we send our love and support to him and his family. Don, your spot will never be taken, homeboy. All right, today's special guest is Coach Drako. What's happening, sir?
What's going on? How y'all doing?
All right.
Good.
Before we get started, tell the people a little bit about yourself.
Of course, I'm a Texas native from Dallas, Texas. Play ball in Dallas, the greatest state in the United States, where football is no better. Can't get no better than Texas. Came out to ASU, played ball at ASU 4 years, played after ASU for 4 years. And now I'm coaching high school ball, and I'm coaching 7-on-7 football as well, and training kids and doing all that as well.
All right. Well then, since that's out the way, gentlemen, let's get this started.
Yes, sir. Let's get it.
All right. Yeah, let's get into it. First question I have is really important for me to know, because I have a son in junior high that's really stepping into the next level for football. So why is 7-on-7 football so important for their development?
Honestly, it's pros and cons of 7-on-7, man. Actually, 7-on-7 can help you, or 7-on-7 can hurt you. So I don't know if you remember a few years back when they had that kid Jake from Notre Dame Prep. He got Gatorade National Gatorade Player of the Year. He's now at the University of Texas. Yeah. So the thing with that is he got recognition from 7-on-7. So honestly, 7-on-7 is a offensive exercise, I would say. So you can go out there and do your thing on 7-on-7, and coaches will now have you on the radar. But the thing is, what you do on 7-on-7, and when it's real life football, you are now getting hit. So 7-on-7 can help you with recruitment, or it can hurt you with recruitment. But it's a real big thing, man, like as far as traveling, because a lot of times when coaches can't go see a kid, they'll be out at a 7-on-7 tournament with a regular shirt on, scouting, so because they can't have their school logos on or anything like that. So I would say it's very important, man, especially kids that may be like in smaller cities or in little towns. Like you have kids traveling across the country on weekends just to play in a 7-on-7 tournament with kids they don't even know. They just there playing in a tournament because it's a popular team. They get a lot of recognition from college coaches and things of that nature.
Okay. All right.
What's up, Coach? I got a question for you. Do you recommend all skill position players to play more than one position? If so, why or why not?
No, I don't recommend it. I don't. But what I would recommend is, though, skilled players to play more than one sport.
Okay.
Because you can't necessarily have a quarterback playing a skill position unless he's just that good of an athlete to where he can play corner or play safety or something like that. But I don't recommend playing multiple unless you're just an athlete like that. Like, I guess it depends on the school that you're at. Also, like the high school that I went to, we had athletes. So we were only playing one way. But they would let you from time to time play just, for fun or something like that. But, in college, I played multiple positions in college. In high school, I played quarterback. In college, I played running back, receiver, quarterback. So if you're an athlete, it's okay, but I don't recommend it for everybody. But what I do recommend is that they play more than one sport, because that's like the third thing a coach will ask, what other sports does he play? So I would recommend more than one sport, not more than one position.
Okay. Good to know. So for somebody that's kind of been through it, can you kind of explain to us and the viewers how the recruiting process works and what maybe some of the reasons are why some really talented kids might fall through the cracks in that process?
Well, the recruiting now has changed a whole lot, man, just due to social media. You got Instagram, you got Facebook, you got Twitter, you got, what's the other little thing? TikTok, whatever it is. You got all that, man. And I'm going to be honest with you, man. Coaches will hit you back on Twitter first before they send you a text message back. That's how big social media is. At one point, I trained a kid who was getting recruited by Georgia. Georgia coach used to hit me all the time about this kid. The coach called me and was like, hey, we can no longer recruit this kid. I was like, why not? He was like, hey, coach, take a look at his social media. So I took a look at his social media. And his screen name was that NIGGA007.
Oh.
How the process works is, honestly, parents don't really know how the process works. Parents think because their kids are scoring touchdowns, making tackles, doing interviews, that they're going to go off to a Division I school. But they forget about the main part of it, which are the grades. So if you don't have the grades, like you're just another athlete on the field. So to your question about why do athletes get left, I'm gonna give you an example of why Arizona athletes get left behind.
Oh yeah, sure.
Arizona is so far behind when it comes to football that it's ridiculous. One, Arizona doesn't have football in the junior highs here. So you will have a kid in Little League football all the way up until he's in 9th grade. Or you will have a kid playing flag football all the way up until he's in 9th grade. So now he's 14 years old, and it's the first time he's putting on pads and getting hit. That's one reason why they get left behind. The main reason I believe they get left behind is because, like in Texas, a 69 is failing. In Arizona, a 59 is failing. So you can basically play with a 60 your whole high school career, which is what, a 1.0 GPA, right? So now, when it comes time to take that SAT or ACT test, on the ACT, now you damn near got to make a 28. So if you got a 1.0, there's no way you're going to make a 20. And when you take your SAT, when it comes time to take your SAT, you damn near going to have to make a 1400. So that's another thing. So in Texas also, if you fail, like when grades come out, report cards come out, and when you fail, if you got a 68, you got to sit out 6 weeks. So that means you have to miss 6 games. Out here in Arizona, you get a 49. The next week, you get a progress report. Your teacher is basically saying you're doing better. You can play next week in the game. You miss 1 game. So grades is a big part. So if you're a coach and you're scouting, let's say a quarterback, This one over here has let's just say a 2.7. This one over here has a 1.5. The one with 1.5 threw 50 touchdowns. The one with a 2.7 threw 35. Which one are you going to take? The one with the better grades.
Absolutely.
Because now you're not going to waste your time on a athlete. When he gets to school, you're worried about if he's going to be eligible next semester or something like that. So that's why I believe kids in Arizona get left behind.
Okay. You know what? I just have a follow-up question, not to none of these, but an extra question. With the times that it is right now, and if you was coming out as a star athlete, would you consider looking at black colleges, or would you still consider major colleges, and why?
It's funny. I just had that conversation probably about a week ago. So I'm gonna be real with you, man. When it comes to sports, is that what you're asking?
Right.
When it comes to football, I would, because black colleges are so far behind when it comes to notoriety. Not saying they're horrible schools, because they are great schools, but it depends on what you're going for. Like, you have schools that are strictly law schools, or schools that are strictly medical schools. But if you're going to play football, if you pull out the rankings for the top 100 football programs, how many in the top 50 would be at HBCU?
Great question. None.
Yeah. And probably not even the top 100. It wouldn't be an HBCU, because one, they don't have the money. That's why you may see a school like ASU, or a school like, let's say, Alabama. They may play Alabama State. Alabama State, that whole week, they know they gonna get beat by almost 50 points. But they gonna get $9 million for getting beat that Saturday.
Right.
So I wouldn't, when it comes to football, maybe basketball, because basketball is almost like an individual sport when you're doing your thing out there. But football, I would.
Okay. All right. Hey, I appreciate that. Now, all right, let's get things started. What are your thoughts on Conor McGregor announcing retirement once again?
Yeah, I mean, that was exactly my thought. Again, I think this is his third retirement. I'm not sure. I feel like it's Conor being Conor, and he's been out of the limelight a little bit. He hasn't had as much notoriety since Floyd Mayweather worked him in the ring. So I think he's just trying to keep the spotlight on him, because we all know Conor's about that money. So somebody offers him a big fight, a big contract, he's going to be in it. He'll come out of retirement again.
Yeah, that division got hot. It got hot.
Yeah,
he got choked out. He got choked out last time,
Uh-huh.
and he tapped out. So I think the division got hot. He's probably gonna wait for some guys to get moved up or take some losses and then come back. He's gonna come back. He's only 31 years old, right? 31, 32 years old. So he's still kind of young. But I think that division right now is kind of tough. There's a lot of heavy hitters out there, man, and Khabib is the man right now. So if you can't beat him, it is what it is. But we'll see. He'll be back though.
Oh yeah.
Well, when I heard it, my thing was, okay, and what's the next story?
Yeah.
Right.
It's really, to me, what's the big deal? It's about money. It's a leverage thing. He doesn't think the UFC is going to survive without him. So, okay, fine. Do what you got to do. Just don't step back in the boxing ring. Don't do that. That was an embarrassment. Please don't do that.
If I'm him, I'm stepping back in the boxing ring, though. If I'm him, I'm stepping back in the boxing ring. You said why?
Why?
He made more money in that boxing ring than he did, his whole career, basically, MMA, right?
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So why not?
That's only one payday. There's no more Floyds in that division that's going to give him a shot like that.
No, but I guarantee you he would still get paid more. I believe he'll get paid more, because right now, honestly, yeah, it's a gimmick. I think it's a gimmick. But also, if I'm him, I don't even think I would go in there. Man, I think he's scared of Corona.
Yeah.
Hey, that's doing too much in there, man.
Hey, I'm not mad at you for that one because I'm kind of like the same way. I'm like, nah, we'll pass on that, Playboy.
Yeah, because that one fight, then one match get canceled because somebody's his whole corner had corona, right?
Correct. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's funny, but it's at this day and time, you got to think of things like that.
Yeah.
All right.
I have a question real fast.
Yes, sir.
What boxer can Conor McGregor beat?
None.
I'll wait.
None. He can't beat no retired boxer. He can't beat no current boxer. Didn't he call out De La Hoya?
He probably can beat De La Hoya.
Say it again.
He probably can beat De La Hoya if De La Hoya comes drunk.
No.
If
Stop.
he comes drunk.
No.
I bet you it would be a big payday whatever boxer he was to fight right now, because it would have to be probably a top 5 boxer. So he's gonna get paid. He's gonna get paid no matter what.
But
yeah, paid for beating.
These top 5 boxers aren't like he only lasted that many rounds with Floyd because that's Floyd's game. He's not coming in with the power. He's a technical boxer. That's what he wants. He just wants to wear you out, round after round after round. A lot of these top 5 boxers now are going to be looking to drop him in the first 3 rounds, and I think they probably could.
But you may get a boxer. You may get a boxer who hasn't had a real big payday to want to get in the octagon though, and may want to kick. So I think it goes both ways. It goes both ways. I'm telling you right now. I ain't never been in the octagon ever. If they call me right now and say you should that prize in the octagon for $3 million to fight Conor, I'm in there. I'm in there. I'm going just like this.
Are you going straight at him, or you gonna run for a minute to make it look good for your $3 million?
I got too many people watching, man. Hey, I'm gonna put in there.
Oh man. Oh, all right. If you could sit down and have a conversation with a past or present athlete, who would it be?
Woo! I'm gonna go coach. I'm not gonna do athlete. I'm gonna do coach.
Okay.
I would pick Phil Jackson because I would want to know what was it like to coach 2 of the greatest basketball players that has ever played, and how did he maintain the locker room? That's what I would want to know. So I would say Phil Jackson.
Okay.
And he's a past player anyway, so same thing.
Yeah.
Gotcha. I guess one would be hard. If I could have a sit down with 2 people, Muhammad Ali and Dr. Jerry Buss. Muhammad Ali is self-explanatory. Just the stuff that he did, the courage it took for you to say, you know what, I'm put myself aside for the sake of someone else. Lost 4 years of his prime, and you know what I mean? He was never always the people's champion, but that's kind of stuff I would want to sit down and talk to him about. And Jerry Buss, just on how you put the Lakers together in the 80s, with the contracts the way they were, how the draft went from the best team drafting first to where it flipped, and how you stayed with the time. So that would be my 2 people that I would want to have a conversation with.
Good choices.
So does it have to be athletes only?
No.
Any 2 people.
Any 2 people you want.
My first person I would want to sit down with would be Allen Iverson.
Okay.
I would want to just sit down and talk to him, man, because honestly, I feel like we come from like the same type of backgrounds. The type of places we grew up in, went to, things we did, negative and positive, just being because, hey, me personally, I should be damn near under the jail right now for a lot of stuff that took place. And I think that's another reason why I like coaching kids. And hey, you can ask King, man. Hey, I don't bite my tongue when it comes to, you know, talking to the kids, telling them the right or wrong, all that type of stuff. So the second person, I know y'all probably gonna trip out about this, but the second person, I want to interview El Chapo, man. Talk to El Chapo. Hey, this is the reason why. I'm laughing, but this is the reason why, man.
Oh, tell me.
He had his team so tight to where he wasn't tripping on going to prison because he was taking care of everybody. He was taking care of everybody. Everybody who was on his team was taken care of. They were not worried. Why do you think people traveling across the world with drugs not caring if they get popped, because they know no matter what, El Chapo gonna take care of them. He gonna take care of their family. I believe that's the type of guy, man, that everybody will want around. Just a leader type of person, you know. And he wasn't scared of anything. He let reporters come all up in his house, to his mama's house, and you know he wasn't tripping on nothing. So our two people will be Allen Iverson and El Chapo, man.
Boy, now that's a hell of a dinner meeting. That's a hell of a dinner meeting.
Man,
oh wow!
I don't even know how I follow that up. But I'm gonna say my first one is Mike Vick, because the way he rose from where he came from, became the number one pick, had a great career going, went through everything he went through, changed himself due to that circumstance that he went through. Got another, almost like a revival career. I mean, he got another $100 million contract at one point from the Eagles, I believe. So he kind of like a phoenix, man, just pulled himself out of the ashes. So I respect that a lot. I would love to sit and talk with him. And then I'm going to really, even though mine is, you know, the second one is going to be out of left field. I don't know if I can top Coach Drako there, but Dale Earnhardt Sr. I mean, he really kind of put NASCAR on his back there, you know, and for all intents and purposes was kind of the Michael Jordan of NASCAR. I'd like to talk to him and kind of figure out how he approached the racing scene and became the Intimidator, as they called him.
Yeah, not bad. All right. With all this conversations about the GOAT, no matter what sport it is, what are your three main categories for the GOAT conversation in any sport?
Ooh. For me,
yes, sir.
Championships is one. You got to have championships. Number two, what's your impact to the sport? Got to have a major impact to the sport. And three, for me personally, like I said, it depends on the sport. I don't like guys who jump ship and go to another team. That's just me.
Got you. Well, for me, one is the chip category, but not just how many you have. What was your record getting those chips? I think that's very important.
Okay.
Two, your impact on that individual team that you were on through that process. And three, how you impacted that city where you played. And did you create a legacy, I should say?
Yeah, those are great. I kind of went similar. I feel like the championships kind of go in that statistical category. So I feel like where you rank statistically in those major categories compared to your peers, your impact on the game, the sport in general. Did you lift it to another level? Did you put it on your back and take it to another level? And how, for me, it's like, how long were you dominant, like the dominant guy? Was it a decade plus? Was it 3 years? I mean, I think that has to weigh in somewhere on your levels if you're talking about like GOAT status. How long were you just unstoppable?
Well, with me, when it comes to a GOAT, I don't consider, like, when you spell out GOAT, GOAT, I don't think it's the greatest. I don't think it's the I don't think it's the time. I think it's the A. It's the all. Like, you have to do all of it. Like, GOAT to me, like, have you ever seen a GOAT by himself? You always see a group of GOATs, right? You always see a group of GOATs. So GOATs follow other GOATs, correct? So I look at it like, if you have other people that want to play with you, like if this guy's here, you got people trying to, hey, when free agency is up, they want to go play with this guy, or they want to go play with this guy, or they don't want to play with this guy. Also, I look at GOATs at what you do outside of your sport. Like, outside of your sport, do you give back to your community? Do you, like, for all these shoe deals, like, do the shoe company work for you, or do you work for that shoe company? So that's another thing. So to me, it's just really those two things. You have to do all of it. Like, of course, you're gonna have some teammates talk bad about, you know, great athletes all the time. But when it's consistent negative talk, now it's just, was he a GOAT, you know, on the field? Was he a GOAT on the court? Was he a GOAT, you know, in whatever sport he was doing? So to me, that's what makes a GOAT to me. If you're gonna have people trying to follow you, that's what makes a GOAT to me.
All right. Well, coming off of that GOAT conversation, what is your Mount Rushmore of quarterbacks?
That's always a good question. I think there's some greats that have played. I think as much as I used to fight it for many years, I got to put Tom Brady in there. Then I go probably Joe Montana. I mean, if we're talking John Elway probably, and Peyton Manning, even though I like to reserve myself for a fifth one because I'm a Mike Vick guy, so I feel like he really paved the way for these new running quarterbacks that also have an arm. It's similar to that of like a Randall Cunningham.
All right. Well, my first one is to shout out to the Don. It's Doug Williams, first black quarterback to win a Super Bowl. Then I would break out Steve McNair, the first black quarterback to prove that we can run and throw and still run a team.
Yep.
My next one, I'm gonna be a homer. Troy Aikman. 3 Super Bowls, 3-0, 1 pick out of 3 games. Enough said. My fourth, I kind of toss up, but I want to go with Joe Montana. So that's my mount. And if I get an extra one, my honorable mention would be Warren Moon.
Oh, that's a good one. Yeah, that's a good one.
That's great.
I think OG is Dr. Martin Luther King over there, man.
Oh, trust me. You will not think that later on, my brother. You will not think that later on.
Over there, man.
So with my 4, and I have an honorable mention also, I picked John Elway.
Okay.
I also picked Joe Montana. And got to go with Brett Favre as well. And also got to get Mike Vick. Like you said, Mike Vick, he changed the game. Yeah. He changed the game totally. He made quarterbacks / running backs / slot receivers / everything. So he changed the game. It's like Coach Drako said, AI changed the game.
Yeah.
And he had a rocket arm, man.
Yes.
Here we go.
Well, mine would be first. My favorite quarterback of all time is Mike Vick. My dog named Vic. So put that together.
I would say something, but I'm gonna leave that alone. Go ahead.
Mike Vick, just because he changed everything, man. He changed everything. Every black quarterback now is gonna be compared to Mike Vick. My second one would be Tom Brady, just for what he has done, man. It's even if he lose all 16 games this year, nobody will. I don't think everybody will be able to top what Tom Brady has done, even though he's not even an athlete at all. And there's going to be so many questions out there if it's just the system he was in, the coach, all that, man. You go from being a 7th-round pick to going to 9 Super Bowls? Going to 9 Super Bowls. It's just crazy, man. And you got receivers that want to go play with him. Then my next one would be Peyton Manning. Peyton Manning, he changed the game by going up to the line and just calling out whatever the hell he want to call out. He can go to the line and say Taco Bell, and next thing you know, all social media, you got quarterbacks yelling Taco Bell. You got, but this was the thing. Edgerrin James is a real good friend of mine, man. And before Peyton Manning came out with all those funny commercials, he used to always tell me, like, hey, Peyton Manning is one of the funniest dudes he's ever been around. He said he's one of the funniest dudes. Man, he told me some jokes that Peyton Manning told, and I was like, man, I didn't think white people told jokes like that, man. But the thing was, he was like, man, he was like, that guy studied more film than coaches, man. So, he will be, and then it's a toss up between Brett Favre and Joe Montana. Like, I like Brett Favre just because he didn't care what nobody thought. Because I'm going to tell you, if Brett Favre had the numbers that Jameis Winston put up this past year, nobody would be tripping. Nobody would be tripping. But Brett Favre did it his way. He did it his way and was not tripping. And the reason I like Brett Favre is when they got rid of Brett Favre, he went to a rival. He went to Minnesota. He's like, hey, I want to get rid of me. I'm going to show y'all what it is. So those will be, my Mount Rushmore.
All right. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. The gloves come on. I don't wait. The Kobe and LeBron debate. I don't know how we're going to get through this. This may be this should have just been the show by itself. But
we might do a continued version.
Let's just go ahead and get this started and just see where it goes.
Coach and I had this discussion probably about a couple weeks ago. And he had some valid points. I had some valid points. It's hard to judge. They're both really good players, man. I said Kobe slight. LeBron's not far behind. It has to go Michael Jordan, Kobe, LeBron 2.1. He's right there. Based on ring, I'm a Laker fan. I think Kobe had more of a killer instinct than LeBron does. Period. And the East wasn't that good when LeBron went to the championships. The East was subpar at best. I know Coach knew what he was going to say about this.
So are we talking? I have a clarifying question here. Are we talking? Sir. We're talking Kobe versus LeBron GOAT status all time, or we're talking Kobe versus LeBron one-on-one. You know what? Don't even answer it because it's LeBron anyway. Either way you do it, it's LeBron. What did he say? I think Kobe was a killer, but I just think LeBron's he's a different animal, man. And his court vision, his size, but his speed with that size, his passing ability, his unselfishness, but his ability to still do whatever he wants offensively. I have to give the edge to LeBron in that discussion. You know, especially when we're talking GOAT. I even go as far as to say Michael Jordan 1A, LeBron 1B. Honestly. I just upset King and OG.
No, hey, that's great. I understand. First and foremost, just understand that I'm not an individual player person. I am an organization. So I am a Laker fan first and foremost. So with that being said, the reason I say Kobe over LeBron, one, this man still did not start to his third year in the league. By 22, he got his first ring. The man also scored 81 in a game when he had to score 81 to win the game. And one of the most criticized person of all times with no hoopla as a high school player would be Kobe Jellybean Bryant. No knock against LeBron. I think he's a great player. There's some things I just don't agree with. I don't think he has that dog mentality. I just don't. Two, I don't think I don't know if he's afraid to use his post game. But LeBron should be averaging way more with his post game than anybody else. He does not go into the post as much as I would like to see him in the post. Personal opinion. I'm old school basketball. You beat him up in the paint, outside is always open. So that's the way I look at it. I'm coming back with more things, Coach. So don't think you got the last word.
Yeah.
So let me ask y'all a question, right? So y'all think OG, King, y'all saying Kobe had a more of a killer instinct than LeBron, right?
Correct.
Absolutely.
Okay, so in NBA history, who has the most buzzer beaters of all time in the playoffs?
What does it do with being a dog?
Hold on. Buzzer beaters in the playoffs.
Okay, he got that. Because Kobe was always ahead.
Hold on, LeBron got that. LeBron got 5. LeBron got 5.
He got that.
Okay, so I want y'all to go look this up. So the NBA has, I think it's like 39 statistics that they take per game. It's like 39 stats. Rebounds, assists, rebounds, blocks, all that. Out of 39, how many is Kobe have over LeBron? I'll wait. Just throw a number out there.
You know, but see, hold on. Give you stat. No, I'm listening to you. I'm answering your question.
Okay.
Stat for stat, you can have all of that. You can say, look at this, look at that, look at this. Mm-hmm. The eye test is what I go by. So you can have all these stats that you want. The eye test.
Okay, OG, check this out. OG, check this out. If I ask you what size shoe you wear and you say black, that's not what I asked you.
No, listen to what I'm saying. Listen to what I'm saying. You can have all those stats that you want. I'm listening to you.
But check this out.
Go ahead.
39. How many does Kobe have over LeBron? Out of the 30?
I have no idea. Probably 5 or 6.
No, let's try 3. And I'm going to tell you free throw percentage, games played, and that's really about it.
Okay.
So, but check this out. So when we talking about And LeBron has led his team in points, rebounds, assists. Every team he's ever played on, right? So that means he's doing everything, correct?
Whose fault is that?
What you mean whose fault is that?
Whose fault is that?
No. We talking about who's. If we gonna talk about who's better, we can't put rings in it. If we put rings in
we
it,
definitely can't do that.
Okay,
we definitely can't do that. Let's do that.
If you want to put it there, then Robert Ory is better than both of them.
No, if you want to do that, it's Bill Russell and Kareem. And if we gonna go there,
saying is the point I'm trying to make is that would say Robert Ory is better than LeBron and Kobe if we gonna go based on rings.
Let's go on record. We just talking about these two players,
right? But that's what I'm saying. So at the end of the day, Kobe played 3 more years than LeBron at this point. So we're gonna go on stats. LeBron killing.
First of all, remember what I said in the beginning. Kobe didn't start until his 3rd year. So LeBron has more years played in the NBA than Kobe. Kobe didn't start his first 3 years.
Hold on, but OG, check this out. What did you start? What did you just say to me
Kobe did not start his first 3 years.
Hold on. What did you just say to me 3 minutes ago? Hold on, but you said, whose fault is that?
I'm not saying it's nobody's fault. I'm letting you know. So for him to be in that conversation, what does that say about that man?
About
he's
what
already 3 years behind, and he's still in this conversation with 5 rings.
What you mean?
Out of 7 tries.
So what you're saying is, at 18, LeBron was better than Kobe, right? Because he played his. Okay, let me ask you this. OG, I'm going to ask you this question, and be honest. That team, the first Cleveland team that LeBron took to the playoffs, name the players that was on that team. Name the players that was on that team that LeBron had when he first took that first Cleveland team to the playoffs. Name the players on that team.
You mean Eric Snow? I can't think of nobody else.
Rudy Gibson?
His stepfather was on the team. I'm sorry.
Who?
His stepfather, Delonte West. My bad. Hey, you asked who was on the squad.
So let me ask you this question.
Go ahead.
That LeBron took to the finals. Do you think Kobe could have took that team to the finals?
Probably.
Yes. Yes, I do. I think so. I do believe so.
See what happened? I heard what you said, but I'm gonna say this. I can say one stat, and I'm gonna leave it alone, and I'm not gonna say nothing else. Kobe's never been swept in the finals.
He never been swept in the finals?
Never.
Okay, so you're saying Jordan is the GOAT, right? Jordan is the GOAT. You think Jordan is the GOAT?
I do.
Oh, if we know, I'm saying Bill Russell and Kareem first.
But check this out. Jordan got swept in the first round. Don't nobody say nothing about that.
That's the first. We talking finals, homeboy.
Oh, but he didn't make it. He didn't make it. He got swept in the first
rookie year. That was his rookie year, correct?
Man, he got swept.
Did LeBron go his first year?
No, no.
When did LeBron get to the finals?
Jordan was 6-0 in the finals.
Right.
When LeBron went to the finals, what year was he?
LeBron never got swept in the first round. Kobe never got swept in the first round.
I just said he never got swept in the finals.
But when I'm saying, Jordan didn't make it to the finals. He got swept in the first round, man. He got swept. Jordan got swept in the first round.
How many times?
It don't matter. Kobe never got swept in the first round. LeBron never got swept in the first round.
Neither one got swept in the finals.
True.
You're right. But they made it though. They made it. But Jordan,
he made it too.
All of them.
Okay, so Jordan didn't get to the playoffs until Pippen got there.
LeBron didn't get to the playoffs until he went to Miami.
What?
Oh no, he was in the playoffs in Cleveland.
See,
I'm
OG
sorry,
trip, man.
not the playoffs. He didn't win a chip until he went to Miami.
Yeah.
You're right.
To join someone else to win a chip.
Okay, but when he went back to Cleveland, that don't count for nothing?
One ring, that's fine. Great job.
Exactly.
Great job.
I have a question real quick.
Kobe got 2 without Shaq.
So I have a question real fast. So when you put LeBron right below Jordan, does he lose some type of status quo when he jumps to a super team? Because he went to a super team.
Because I don't. Hey, honestly, I don't put LeBron below Jordan.
Okay.
He put him
above Jordan.
Yeah, he put him ahead of Jordan.
To me, they neck and neck. Think about it.
Can I answer that though?
Go ahead.
The jumping like that is what the only reason I'll never put him ahead of Jordan. But that's from I just don't like that, man. That the new way of the NBA and the players kind of jumping around and calling their friends up and things like that. I'm like, nah, I'm not really with that. So that's the only thing that'll never let me. Really, I mean, if I'm being real, it doesn't really matter to me what he does from here on out. He could tie those 6 rings. He'll never be 1A to me.
This the thing though. Don't you call your partners when you want to go do something good?
Nah,
Nah, they
man.
come to me.
Nah, man. Nah. Because I mean, I understand what you're saying, Coach. I really do. But let's be real. If you can't beat them, don't go join them. You get somebody else to join you to beat them.
Kevin
Okay,
Durant.
so when everybody was coming to the Bulls, that don't count for nothing.
Who was coming to the Bulls?
Really, just Rodman came to the Bulls, and that was in a trade.
Who came to the Bulls?
Harper came, Dennis Rodman came.
Harper was there. Harper came when Phil came.
No, but I'm saying Jordan was there before Harper.
Yeah, he was.
Right.
He was there. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So
He's not a superstar joining him.
And to me, if you ask me, Jordan had damn near a super team.
But they built that together. That's similar to Curry, Klay Thompson, and Draymond, who all got drafted there, became stars there, did their thing there, and the Tarantula had to come join them because he couldn't beat them.
Oh man.
So which one you think is worse then?
What's that?
KD did or LeBron did?
KD, hands down.
Hands down, what KD did was just wrong.
Yeah,
they can't beat you one year and then the next year you over there. No, you can't just. I mean, there's a lot of things. This the LeBron and Kobe debate we could talk about all day, but that you can't do that, Playboy.
That's pretty unanimous. That's pretty unanimous.
I'm gonna be real, man. You know why I'm biased and say LeBron over Kobe?
Why you say that?
Kobe shouldn't have snitched, man.
Okay. All right. On that note,
okay. I got one question, OG.
Yes, sir.
Coach. And me and Coach talked about this a long time ago. Was Michael Jordan snitching on that show?
Yes.
Oh yeah. Jordan told on everybody that played on the Bulls when he got there, and what was that, 86?
Mm-hmm.
To about 88, he told that whole team was on cocaine.
Yeah. We didn't even get 15 minutes in episode 1, and we knew everybody was on blow.
Everybody. He said, I walked in the room, turned around because it's not where I wanted to be. That's all you had to say. You had to say he was doing cocaine, the women, nothing.
So let me ask you a question. Do you think he left them chicks?
No.
No.
He took them into the room.
This is why I say Steve. Because what did his coach say? His coach said that Jordan wanted to stay another year in Chapel Hill because he was comfortable.
Yeah, you know what that meant.
I know what comfortable means, man.
He was living that good life.
Living that good life. Hey, fellas, I just want to say thank y'all. Subscribe to our YouTube channel at 4G Sports. That's Sports with the Z. Twitter, you can also tweet us at 4G Sports. Follow and make comments on our IG page, which is 4G Sports. Follow and comment on the Facebook page, 4G Sports with the Z, and our Gentleman Sports on Facebook. Listen to us on SoundCloud. And if you have any questions, suggestions, anything for the show, you can always write us at 4gsports@gmail.com. Tell your family members, your friends to check us out and tune in. Leave a comment and some feedbacks. Thank you for the ones that have been subscribing and leaving comments and viewing the show. We appreciate it very, very much. Coach, we will have this discussion in person. I will be there personally, hopefully next month, so I can come out and see you, train my little cousin, and we can sit on the side after the kids leave and have an adult conversation with some adult beverages in a cooler. All right, gentlemen. Thank you. Coach, we appreciate you.
Appreciate it, man.